What's going on, Jerome? So, off-ball linebacker has become a bit of a devalued position in the NFL. It's not at the place of a running back or a safety or a tight end, but, guys who just get running backs, guys who just patrol the middle of the field, sort of is what it is. But the Vikings do need to add a little bit of depth, and they do need some playmakers there. They moved on from Eric Kendricks, who, approaching the end of his career, they ran it back with Jordan Hicks. They got Brian Asamoah, but other than that, I don't know. And with Devin White suddenly being available, as he reportedly requested a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as he heads into his fifth-year option, he wants to get paid, and he wants to go make a difference for another team, apparently. Should the Vikings be interested? And we said last week that yes, they certainly should. And Bucky Brooks, NFL.com, draft analyst, but also is very cognizant of the league and what's going on, and has got his finger on the pulse. Yes, he listed the Minnesota Vikings as one of 5 potential fits for the star linebacker. And this is what he wrote. Just over 2 years removed from hoisting the JEROME trophy, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, blah, 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 blah. Pelissero reported Devin White wants a trade. That said, White has been criticized at times for being more flashy than consistent. That's me. This past October, Hall of Famer and Bucks icon Warren Sapp took the linebacker to task for loafing or taking plays off in the middle of games. Whatever. Still has a strong tackler and with superb instincts, awareness, and diagnostic skills, White is a blur between the lines when he is locked in and ready to go. Furthermore, his pass rush skills set him apart from most others at the position. In a league where production matters, White's impact potential could make him a hot commodity on the trade market. And yes, certainly should. And he talks about the Vikings. It's hard to know exactly what the Vikings' broader plan is at the moment with Kirk Cousins entering the final year of his contract. This franchise could be entering a transitional state. Nailed it. Having moved on from franchise stalwarts Adam Thielen and notably Eric Kendricks. Especially given the Kendricks loss at linebacker, it could be difficult for Kevin O'Connell and company to turn down an opportunity to add a top-notch playmaker to the defense that could wreak havoc on opponents with new defensive coordinator Brian Flores' pressure packages. An elite blitzing linebacker with impeccable timing and instincts, White is a destructive force as a second-level pass rusher. The veteran's skills perfectly match the aggressive tactics, very aggressive, employed by Flores. Given the opportunity to acquire an accomplished playmaker in the middle of his prime, Minnesota could continue to chase a title while flipping the rooster with some enticing new puzzle pieces. And yes, Devin White is entering his 5th-year option year. He's due $11.7 million and change. That's what would be on the Vikings salary cap if they do acquire him. And yes, he's looking for a new contract. And I fully understand that he's looking for elite off-ball linebacker money. We're talking about Roquan Smith. We're doing this, that, and the other thing. And it'd be one thing if he was just a traditional meat and potatoes, stopping the run, doing okay in coverage in the middle of the field linebacker. But he's like the opposite. Like at times, he flashes. At times, he's inconsistent against the run. At times, he is great. At times, he is horrible in coverage. And that's the knock against him. But 128 pressures and 20.5 career sacks over 4 seasons. Somewhere, Brian Flores is smiling. And that's what you have to think of Devin White is. Think of him more as a primary pass rusher versus a traditional linebacker. Because basically, all the things that Kendricks did well in his prime, stopping the run, patrolling the middle of the field, being great in coverage, Devin White is not that. Basically, you're bringing in Devin White to be that electricity, like that bolt of lightning coming on in, rushing the pass or making splash plays. And yeah, you do have to take the sweet with the sour. Sometimes he is going to take plays off. Sometimes he doesn't appear as focused as he should be, but you do have to take the good with the bad, and there's a lot of good with Devin White. And I do think that a guy like Brian Flores, I do think that veteran leadership on that defense could get into Devin White and get inside his head and make sure that he is dialed in and good to go. And I think potentially his best football is ahead of him, because we've seen flashes. Just him being more consistent does make sense. And I do think that the Vikings off-ball linebacker room, I mean, on paper, maybe they're okay with it with Asamoah and Jordan Hicks for one more year. Troy Dye is more of a special teamer. Willing Kwenku, who knows? Troy Reeder. I think Troy Reeder's been an underrated free agent signing, but I'm not going to just pencil him into the starting lineup right away. So the Vikings obviously could use a guy like Devin White in that middle of the field. And just think, Who knows what happens with Za'Darius, but if you have Devin White with Danielle Hunter, Marcus Davenport, and Patrick Jones second, baby, you have a stew going in terms of rushing the passer. So I don't think it's as far-fetched as you think, even though the Vikings only have 5 draft picks now. Is it a future second-round pick situation? Since it's pretty clear that the Bucs may not have a ton of leverage besides Jason Licht saying, yeah, we're not going to trade him. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Are you going to pay him? We'll see as the Bucs enter a rebuilding phase, but also they can make it work with the cap, whether it's Za'Darius' contract or Dalvin Cook's contract or restructuring Brian O'Neill, so they can make it happen. And apparently Bucky Brooks thinks that they should make it happen as well. But your thoughts are thoughts. NFL.com analyst Bucky Brooks thinks that the Vikings will be a fit for star linebacker Devin White. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.